Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo from Enchantress Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do your November reading for Aries 2019. We've got so many planets that have moved direct since August, and then this November 27th, Neptune also moves direct. So let's see what we have now that we have this forward momentum. Okay, take off the blinders, right? Okay, Spirit. So just cut the one time. Okay. Let's go, Aries. Thanks for subscribing and watching, everybody, and booking readings. I really appreciate you. Oh, here you go. This is you. This is Queen of Fire. So this is our Aries energy, fire energy. It could also be a Sag or a Leo. But we look at this person and we know that their energy is that of dedication and diplomacy and grace in her higher vibration. Lower vibration, she can be somewhat bullying, forcing people to their will, judgmental. You know, we're looking at the light and the dark, okay? There's got to be a balance. So we're asking you to keep this on a higher vibration, Aries, where you look at her, she's quite stoic. You know what I mean? She's a steer here. Her gaze is confident. Very much Aries energy. Now, this is male-female energy, but you know that the queens embody the creative process of breathing life into the king's ideas. So she's that of truly birthing things and creativity. Now we look at this Queen of Fire and we're saying, okay, for many of you, you finally got see the light in November. Like I said, maybe things have been in a veil for you. Maybe you've been clouded by misjudgment. Some of you, your heart has been blocking your logical, methodical mind from seeing things. Your eyes have been blinded. Some of you, you kept yourselves in the dark about something. Or you were in the dark, maybe even not by choice. It's going to be different for each one of you, Aries, or a group or collective. But we know that there's something that's coming to light for you that's been in the dark for a while. And this could have started 5, 6, 7 months ago or years ago, but it's coming to a head now. So she seems like she's illuminated. She's holding the candle, and it's light there, but, excuse me, it's covering her chakra here now. We're looking at her heart center. So that is definitely like the brain of the body in the chest, okay? Because the heart has more neurons and neurotransmitters they found than the brain. That's why your heart pangs when you're excited or longing for somebody, or it jumps in your chest. It skips a beat. It pulls you where you're trying to reason things away. And until the heart is appeased, the mind won't be at peace. You know, it comes to the point where the heart is just drawing you to something or drawing something to you. So I really feel in November, Aries, a lot of you are going to be illuminated by some news that's taken place in your life. Things that you were not aware of, or you were in denial of, or even if you knew about it but just didn't see it or understand it. This is going to be your clarity. It's going to be good for you, like with your heart center. It'll be an enlightenment. For some of you, it may pang your heart. It may cause that sudden, like, you get that anxiety, that fearful anticipation, and you feel it in your chest and your heart, and you take that gasping breath. It's kind of like that feeling, but I feel like afterward you're going to be like, uh-huh. You know, like there's a quick and clear moment, if you will, of the pain, loss, suffering, grief, anger. But then it's over because you're not going to feel like it's something to hang on to. Like, that's why it says, I think that you've had a suspicion, or your spidey senses have been warning you all along, but you either chose not to act on it or didn't know how to act on it, or uncertain of trusting your inner divination. But here your confidence is there. You see the look in your eye. You know, and you got that side eye kind of look there, like, You won't be fooled again, or at least there's this clarity. And you hold in your hands the illumination, and your heart center too. So this is going to be a healing of the heart. I feel like it will not be a broken heart. And if I said it before, I'll say it again. It's going to be brief, and it's something you're going to let go of, because I think you knew. You're so intuitive. You know these things, but you oftentimes are so involved in everything else in your life because your mind's going in 1,000 different places and your body is, that you don't always pay attention to every little detail of things that you hold dear to your heart. Like, you will overlook a child who's being precocious, or a lover or friend who's acting out immorally, unethically, inappropriately. These are the things that when an Aries loves, they have that like love of a fairy, that fire in their heart burns bright, and they love until the flame is out. But here you have this illumination, and I really feel you're going to move past this. Now, for others of you, this is going to be an illumination where your confidence will be boosted and your heart center is on fire. You're passionate about something, and you are impassioned by something. Your energy is being restored. So if you've been having a really hard time with your health, mental health, like depression, anxiety, stress, and trauma, I really feel like there's going to be something happening for you. Like, maybe you get into a group of counseling, or a group of people that you're talking this out with, or an experience happens that you're like, oh my God, that hit the nail on the head. And what you didn't see before, you do see now. And everything becomes clear to you. Now your energy is redirected. So there will be like a healing for some of you that do have this loss or grief or pain. And you realize you hold the light within you. And it was there all along, but you fell off the wagon, like I say. Now it's time for you to get back on the wagon. This is quite a regal energy, okay, Aries? This is a wisdom. You see her crown? That's thought to bring in the energy of the universe, God's source energy. That's why they wore the gold crowns or the metals, to pull in as a conductor. And you are pulling in the energy and the wisdom now of this experience, for some of you, of your years on this planet, because you don't have to be 60 and wise. You could be 30 and have the wisdom of a 70-year-old because of your life experiences and of your own evolutionary journey, and also from previous incarnations. Some people come in older souls or wiser. They're tapped in. So if this is going on with a relationship with a lover or friend, that's what I'm saying. Things will be clear to you. Maybe you were in the dark about things because you weren't confident or feeling good about it, but now you've got the confidence and the go-ahead, the green light, that okay, this is what I want to do. Whatever fears you had will be dispelled and dispersed. You will have the confidence now to go forward with the passion and energy you didn't have before with this person or situation or thing, and create something beautiful with it, something lasting with it. And even if it's a collaboration with another, this will be something that's highly creative. I keep seeing these orangey colors here, even though it's dark. It's brighter in here. The orange is that chakra of creativity, the birthing, the genital urinary area. So even if some of you had problems with conception, this will be cleared for you now. Some healing in that area if you had something going on. Even for men, with a urologist, or women, gynecologist, something in that chakra there, that second chakra, that of birth and creativity, the sexual energy being cleared, released, reproductive fertility. This is all the energy, right? We're seeing with that orange. And like I said, there's a greater sense of confidence and knowing. But also I'm going to say a lot of you are wiser from this, because she won't get fooled again, is what they're saying. And you won't get fooled again. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we have the 5 of water, which is your 5 of cups. So for some of you, yeah, there will be this grieving. You see, she's like, oh, woe is me. Her head thrown back and her arm above. Woe is me. But that being said, there is that brief, and I say brief, grieving over the loss or the knowledge that you've attained, that you're having a little bit of, I say my pity party moment. Go ahead, have your pity party. Scream, kick, fight, flail. Cry. Whatever you got to do, get it out. Do not repress this feeling. Get it out emotionally. I hope in a healthy way. Do not like overindulge with drinking, eating, drugs, or subjugate yourself, or even like overspending and shopping. We want you to go deep within. You see how like she's coming out of like this nautilus looking shell. You see like the sacred geometry there that's going there, the Fibonacci sequence. Like she's coming out of her shell, but she's got this emotion. She's not alone. Spirit's there to guide her. Get it out. She's going to the depths, all right? She's at the very depths of her emotions. And that's where we want you to reach down, dig deep. What am I feeling right now? What did I do to create this? What is similar about this situation that I've experienced in my life in the past? What did I do that helped me through this? What did I do that only made it worse? How am I going to deal with this? That 5 is the uncertainty, right, that we experience, but be careful because it is a highly creative number. You want to keep it balanced. You know, it's open to the past wounds. It's open to the anxiety of the future. We want you to stay in the now and focus, but looking at the past that brought you to this brief moment of grief, sorrow, loss, pain, regret, and seeing what could I have done differently. Forgive yourself and the other person or situation. Focus on right now, clearing the energy and saying, okay, I'm not going to do this again. What can I do to prevent this? Where was I vulnerable? Where was I gullible? Okay, and it's all right. In that moment, that's what I thought was right for me, even though I realize now it wasn't, but I grew from it. Okay, to go forward and balance your emotions. Now, these, to me, look like a string of pearls. Yeah, they are. I'm getting close to the camera, excuse me. But so we know, like I said, last month, too, we had pearls throughout some of the readings. And so we know that the pearl, right, is from the muck at the bottom of the sea, sand and dirt that gets into the oyster. It's an annoyance. It irritates, like when you get a dust particle in your eye, right? Or an eyelash. It's driving you crazy. It's an annoyance. Well, that's what happens with the pearl. And the grain of sand becomes this beautiful gem within the suffering of that tough exterior oyster, that the muscle inside is that soft and gooey. You know, you have the same thing. It's like your insides are this loving, gentle light, and the outside you have this hard exterior. But here this beautiful gem is forming. This is you. You are a multifaceted gem, Aries. And through this experience or string of experience, see, she's stringing them all together, the 5 of them, you've created this beautiful necklace that you could wear. It's like the scars that we carry, right? They're a reminder of what we've survived. And from this, just know, it is brief. I have to tell you, some of you, whatever your loss was, like if it was a relationship, a job, even if you lost a personal item and you're grieving over it, oh my God, I can't find my grandmother's bracelet or her pearls or whatever, it's temporary. This will come back around and be revealed to you. So for some of you, that job that you didn't get, it may not work out with that other person, or you took this other job and now you're regretting it. I feel like the opportunity is going to represent itself. So the timing wasn't right, or even though you chose not to, you were in your destiny of your plans before you got here, you're supposed to do that. It will come back and you will have that opportunity. Even if it's with a past love, a job, that house that somebody outbid you on, it may fall through and you get a call, listen, hey, it's back on the market. Whatever it was that seems like it eluded you, just realize that at that moment it wasn't for you. And there could be, even for some of you, something better this way comes, in that what was lost wasn't good for you. What is best for you will appear. So for now, this uncertainty is temporary emotionally, okay? I hope it's making sense to you. If not, you know, you could always look to your rising sign. Okay, so we have the 9 of air. So this is our 9 of swords. Let me just look at this. Stunning imagery. Okay. So we have some purification going on here. Something's ending with our 9 in the mental realm. Now we got fire, water, air. So far we have 3 of the 4 elements represented for you, Aries. The beautiful doves, freedom, purity. She's at peace. She's high atop. Let me see, what is this? Looks like a giant rock. So she's on a solid foundation, even though she could fall either way. She's confident because she can fly. Now, for some of you, you've been holding yourself back with fear, afraid to fly. And this is a time for you to renew your passion, to be confident and heal your pains of the past, because everything you want is on the other side of fear, and your emotions are only holding you back. Let me just look at this. Let me see what else. The blues here. They're kind of muted blues, but blues to me are knowledge. And with this clearing of a new beginning, I really feel like the end of your mental misery is there. You've been suffering a long time. And like I said, keep coming up depression. And for an Aries to go down, that's really rough, especially with anything mental illness, depression, anxiety, fearful anticipation. It really thwarts your energy. Now, air feeds fire, right? So if that mental realm of you is bogged down or heavy, like smoggy, it's not going to feed your passion, your energy, your drive, your libido, your sexual drive, your creative drive, your daily energy. So we definitely feel like the end of your misery is here. As you remember some of the older decks with the Nine of Swords, the person was lonely, depressed, couldn't sleep at night. Their mind was in constant turmoil, but the swords were piercing them. It was something they created by their own thoughts. So we're saying this will be lifting. She's not ready to fly yet. See, it's like she's getting her mojo together. She's concentrating. She's clearing her mental realm before she takes flight. And she is surrounded by spirit, okay, to help guide her, to keep her aloft when she is ready to fly. Just before recording this, my son called me outside in a butterfly that had been in a cocoon, and the hose holder I have was there, and I was careful not to knock it off. Well, it was coming out, and you saw the red blood on the bottom, and I told him, don't touch it, because it's meant to go through the struggle. It takes like 4 or 5 hours sometimes for them to get out of the cocoon. But if you help it out of its cocoon, it will die. The butterfly has to go through this alchemical process, this transformation, transmutation of energy from the caterpillar into the cocoon, and then the challenge to birth itself before it emerges as this free form, new, and take flight. And you can't force it to fly. It has to fly when it's ready. And the same thing with you, Aries. You've been waiting. Your time to fly will be soon, and you will soar. Lovely. Chariot. This is Cancer energy in the Tarot. So this would be good for anyone who's got like a Cancer ascendant. Even if you have your moon in Cancer, or if you have a lot of energy in Cancer, this would help you. And if not, it doesn't matter, because the Chariot is a win-win. The Chariot talks to you about victory at all costs. All right, this talks about you finding a new strategy, Aries, because what you were doing in the past wasn't working for you. So this energy brings you into the clarity that you need, the wisdom you need, and strength that you need to take the reins and find balance, that yin and yang energy, the light and the dark, what you want to find balanced in, and forge ahead without butting heads again in the same situation over and over and over again with this person or situation that you're getting nowhere with. This is you saying, oh, I'm going to redirect my energy. I'm going to redirect my thoughts. I'm going to come up with a new plan, a new strategy. I'm going to do something they never would have expected of me, and I never would have expected of me. This is you maturing into an energy that you can lead yourself. Because who's driving? You're driving. And maybe you haven't been holding onto the reins too tightly, or haven't held on to them at all for too long, Aries. It's time for you to come out of this shell that you've been in, healing yourself, starting to fly, and knowing that you're in charge. You take the reins and you can drive forward. And Aries in the Tarot is your emperor, okay? And we know the wisdom and mastery of the emperor and that Aries energy. So for our Aries, we're looking here. Let me just see. Does she have, it looks like almost a mask on her. I'm not really sure if it's a mask or just a crown. These are very softened images, but it does look like she's wearing a mask, but she could see through. She's not really hiding who she is. You could see who she is, but she's transformed. She's transmuted. She's this new emerged energy. Again, I see these autumn colors here for the Northern Hemisphere, these kind of ochres and oranges. I really feel like Aries, your energy is surges coming back, you know, and Aries is the fire, you know, and you do have that inspiration, creativity, passion, drive, and that is that second chakra. So I really feel like you've learned a lot, okay, through this with these blues. And even the greens, we have some heart healing here. But I really feel you're taking charge now in a new balanced way of doing things, in control of your life, without hurting anyone. This is fair dealings. You let the bygones be bygones, the past be the past, and if they're out of your life now, it's the best thing you could do is get that crap out of your life so you can ride off into new energies, higher vibrational frequencies, healing energies. This is a very empowering thing. This is a major arcana for you. And that emotionally you are balanced also and making clear-cut decisions that will serve you to your highest purpose. So that's an intense reading for you, even though it's very gentle. We do have 3 of the 4 elements. The Chariot is Cancer. Cancer would be water, but it also is the moon energy. And we just had our Aries full moon on October 13th. So it could have been that culmination, that ending of that 12-month cycle from the last Aries full moon, and you're entering into this new cycle of balanced emotional energy where you were in charge and leading the way, especially with that 7. You're making a stand for yourself. So I hope this does help you. You guys have a great November. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks again for watching. I really love it that you guys are with me in your comments. I look forward to them. I'll see you guys next month, okay? As always, I wish you the best.